everybody, so in today's video I'm going to be covering my 2018 goals for both writing and personal goals. So at the beginning of 2018 I actually wrote out all my goals on this notebook that I made, but this was my goals page for the year, and it's really pretty. I had also posted these goals in blog post form on my blog, so if you want to check out that post, that's going to be in the description box as well. I haven't looked over these in a very long time, so the first instant regret. The first 2018 goal I had, which is right there, was to finish my book, the one that I'm working on currently. I don't know why I thought I would get that done. Well, I do remember my thought process when I was writing this post, because it wasn't that long ago when I wrote it, and I was thinking, if I don't write these down, then it doesn't count if I do it, and like, it would really suck if I didn't do this, so like, I have to do it, which is something I wanted to discuss, which is like feeling obliged to follow a goal. So that was to finish my book. I don't think I'm going to be done in that book in a very long time. So under Rewired, which is the book that I'm working on right now, I think I'm at around 70,000 words. It's taken me a really long time to get through this. I started it in October of 2017, and I'm not done yet. However, I learned a lot writing this book this year. So the 70,000 words I did finish, even though I didn't finish the book, taught me a lot. They taught me what kind of book I want to write, the category I want to write, and most importantly, like what I don't want to write anymore, which is sort of similar to where the series was initially, which is like a young adult, like dystopian sort of series, which isn't exactly what I want to write anymore, which is understandable because I've grown up quite a bit since I started it. But that was the first goal. I'm pretty happy with how much progress I made this year. I didn't calculate exactly how many words I wrote, but it's around 60k, 50 to 60, maybe 40 to 60 for that particular book, which I'm pretty happy with. So I took the books from like the dystopian genre to the more lit fic genre, which is definitely what I want to be writing. So March 2018 definitely taught me, when I was exploring through this book, what I want to write. So number 2 is also kind of funny because I don't know why I thought I would have time for this, but it is to narrate a full audiobook. So at the end of 2017, I had gotten into narration, and I was narrating a couple of pieces for my friends, and I found it a lot of fun, and I still find it a lot of fun. However, I don't know why I thought it would make sense to want to narrate an entire book, and where I thought I would have the time for that, even though it is really fun. So I didn't do that. I had initially assumed when I wrote this goal that I would just like flesh out an entire week in my summer vacation to do this, and I guess I forgot that I was taking summer school. But I haven't even finished editing most of my narrations. I'm such a bad editor when it comes to that. There's so many work in progresses for the audiobook. So number 3 was to write a short story. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that goal existed. But yes, I did do this. I wrote a couple of things. I wrote a lot because I was taking a writing class this particular semester. I did complete 2 short stories. I guess this doesn't really count because they're not really short stories. They're more like technically flash fiction, but I know they're going to be turned into short stories. So I'm going to call this a win because I got into short fiction. I wrote a short story for my class called, I can't even remember. I wrote one called Water Babies, and then I wrote one called The Light When You Close Your Eyes. And then I wrote Dandelion, which has been published, which I can leave a link down below if you want to read. Those are like all basically flash fiction, but I am expanding 2 of them into actual like short stories, and I started working on drafts of multiple different ones, and by the beginning of 2019 I should have written an entire short story because I have a due date for my class. So number 4 was to write a novella, and I don't know why I thought this was going to happen. I don't know why I put this on the goal. I don't even know why I wanted to do this in the first place. I'm not even going to write this. So at the end of 2017, I had started planning a novella that would be for the Fostered series called Blue Hour that I never fleshed out or like care to flesh out. I like the idea of it. I might write it very, very far in the future if I do. Probably not. So number 5 was to use technology / the internet less. And I'm trying to think if I actually did this. I would say this is like an overall fail. Like, I tried a bit, but I mean, it was a good thought. Was it a little bit of an improvement? Probably. So maybe like a 0.5 win. Goal 6 was to learn how to draw the 3/4 angle. So this is an art goal. And at the beginning of the year, I'd only started to learn drawing at like the end of 2016, and then 2017 I was focusing on only drawing like a front-facing portrait. And this year, thankfully, I've learned to start sketching different angles. So I would say this is very much a win. Did I like master it? No, but I don't think my goal was to master it. I just said to learn how to draw the 3/4 angle. Number 7 makes me laugh, because this is never gonna happen. So number 7 was to start Alanis, which is a spin-off for the series that I'm currently working on right now. And I don't think that book is ever gonna get written, to be honest. Ever. It kind of exists as an outline, and I've talked about this on my blog before, I think, but I'm not going to be outlining anything ever again, for now at least. And I've always been a pantser, so I don't know why I thought I would outline this project, because I know that it's not going to work for me when I actually go into writing it. No shade at outlining, it just doesn't work for me. So I'm not going to write this book, first of all, because it's not a genre that I want to write anymore, or the age category that I really want to write anymore. So there are things that I really like about it, and I love the characters. However, I don't mind it just existing as like an outline and just a bunch of ideas, because it feels like a complete story already because of how much I outlined it. So number 8 also makes me laugh, because I totally forgot that this was a thing that I was doing. And number 8 is to finish the Fostered line edits. So Fostered is the 6-part series that I've been working on for the last 4 years. And it's just a personal project that I'm never going to get published. However, I wanted to do line edits on the first book just to sort of practice my skills and also make it a little bit more readable, because I've never actually read through the entire thing since I wrote it 4 years ago. Ever. I'm not going to do this goal anymore because I don't think it's like a good use of my time. Like, I get like maybe editing a few things here and there, but I'm not going to try to edit the entire book. So yeah, I really had wanted to do that, and it was fun for a while, but I think if I continue to do it now, it's just going to be another thing that I have to do, and it's just going to feel like homework. So because it's not necessary, I'm probably not going to continue with that project, even though it was really fun. And I do like the line edits that I made, for the most part, I think. And number 9 is a bit of like a very spiritual goal. Number 9 was to find contentment. I don't know why I wrote that, because this girl ain't gonna ever find contentment, but you know what? She tried. She had optimism, and no, I don't think I found contentment. I got a little bit better at like taking care of myself and being a little bit more content with what I put out. So number 10 was to work on more YouTube stuff, and I definitely did this. I think I uploaded 19 videos. This would be the 20th, I think. We've grown quite a bit. I can't even remember how many subscribers I had at the beginning of the year, maybe like 20, maybe 10 or something, and I think we're at a little over 100, which is exciting. Number 11 was finish the aesthetic film thing. So I really wanted to make an aesthetic compilation of just shots that have a minimal story, but they're like really pretty shots with like nice music in the background. I guess I sort of did. I'll talk about the 2 projects that I was working on. So the first project that I thought was a perfect opportunity for this was when I went to British Columbia for an open house. I documented the whole trip on video. I just never finished editing it. Basically, I ran out of footage for the song, and I kind of lost steam with editing it, and now I don't like how I edited it, so I'm probably going to go back and reincorporate all of the footage. So I filmed everything, I just never finished. Sounds like me. However, I did do like a little bit of secret personal project that I don't talk about with anybody, which was called The Big Stop, and I don't think I'll ever post it. I haven't even watched it, but it was just a bit of an angsty film of walking around my house after I was having a creative burnout. Number 12 was to read more, and I failed this more than last year, even though I read better content this year. I decided to do something a little bit different, and I got into literary fiction, which is definitely my niche of like stuff I like to read and stuff I like to write. So finding books that I actually liked was super important. Like, why spend so much of your life reading content that you don't like? However, I'm gonna pull some miracles. I'm at 8 out of 10 books on my Goodreads goal. I will finish the goal because I'm currently reading a book of poetry. I'm gonna try to quickly gather all of the books that I've read this year and show them to you. So these are all the books that I own that I've read. I'm gonna try to remember them. If I forget, I'll list the ones that I forget. This is not in any order, but I read The Girls by Emma Cline, which is probably my favorite one. It taught me what I want to write and what I want to read. Great book. I also read recently, I think this is my most recent read, Past Lives, Future Bodies. I really enjoyed it. It was my first book of poetry that I've ever read, trying to get more into different forms of writing, and it was awesome. So I definitely recommend that. I also read Lullabies for Little Criminals by Heather O'Neill. I really like this book as well. I also read The Sun and Her Flowers by Ruby Kaur, What Happens When a Man Falls from the Sky, Dead Girls, and Other Stories. Goal number 13 was an abstract goal, and it was work less hard. And I definitely don't think I did this. And what I meant by work less hard was, like, don't put everything above my personal, like, well-being. I don't think I did this as much as I wanted to. Number 14 was write a song. This is still something that I really want to do because I love music. However, I'm really bad at songwriting. I definitely attempted to. And then number 15 was free write. And did I do this? I'm trying to think. I think I did. Kind of. It wasn't exactly like how I thought I would free write, where like I just sit down and I start writing something random, but I definitely did write from nothing or write from like an image that I saw, or like that I came across on the internet, or something that was just in my head, or like something based off lyrics. So I definitely think I sort of accomplished that goal, which I'm happy with. And that was actually the final goal. I hope you guys have had an amazing 2018, and thank you so much for being here on this YouTube journey with me, and hopefully we can start 2019 on an amazing note. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!